We're going to go into our course, and if you click on the daily agenda and scroll down to today, it's there, the ground-to-ground projectile motion lab. Okay, so if you click on that, this sheet will pop up. Now this sheet is a little different than the ones I normally give you. Mr. Reeves wrote it. He's the physics teacher from East. So your lab is still going to have the same parts. It says down here title. That should actually be purpose. All right. So you'll have the purpose, procedure, data, data analysis are the calculations, and then your conclusion. Okay. So he uses slightly different lab format categories. Just use the same ones you always use: purpose, procedure, data, data analysis, conclusions. All right. Then as far as the what you'll be doing today, you and your partner, I want you to get 6 videos. Now, by definition, these will be short because you're going to have projectiles, all right, that you'll be tossing. I want you to get 6 of these, and these are what I want them to have in them. Okay, so you need two videos where you're varying the mass. So what you're going to try to take something that's lighter. Okay, try to take something that's lighter and toss it. And then try to take something that's heavier. It doesn't have to be bigger necessarily, but more massive, and toss it. And try to make sure that you're tossing it kind of to the same height and as much as you can with the same range. All right, so try to make sure that dy and dx are as close as possible to being the same. You're not going to make that perfect, right? You can't make it perfect because we're not perfect, but do your best. So try to make the range and the height the same. One object small, one object big. All right. Then for the second part, I want you to take the same object and I want you to toss it at different speeds. All right. So try to use the same launch angle. So use the same launch angle, but toss one at a smaller velocity and toss one at a bigger velocity. Okay. And then for the last one, I want you to use the same projectile, but I want you to try to have different arc shapes. And what I mean by that, or what Mr. Reeves means by that, is different heights. So try to make dx the same, but try to make it so that one, and obviously it will not have that little dip in it, try to make it so that one of them, dy is shorter, one of them, dy is taller. But the dx, try to make it so that the dx is the same. All right, once again, you're not going to be able to get these perfect. All right, so try to make the arc the same for 2 different size objects. Take the same object, make the launch angle the same. That'll be easier for you guys. One, throw it slower, one, throw it faster. And then finally, same projectile, try to make one have a lower arc and one have a higher arc. Now, there is a way to figure out how to do this, you guys. If you remember what I told you yesterday, remember that complementary angles will produce the same range. So my guess is if you took the projectile and threw one at like 30 degrees, close to 30, and one at close to 60, that the range would be the same, but one would go lower, one would go higher. Does that make sense?